Hello and good day everyone. I'm Brent Follertuna from ESSC. I will introduce to you today the sample datasets that we'll be using for our online training about data handling and management using the free and open source software for Sentinel-2 Agriculture, Sentinel-2 for Agriculture or SenAgri. First, we will visit this NAMRIA website. This NAMRIA website is the source of the raster topographic map that we have downloaded from the site. It just take a while to load, so we use the 1:50,000. So if you will visit the site, somewhere here we downloaded the topographic map of or the topographic map of Ilagan City, Isabela. So when you open link in new tab, in my case I already downloaded this, so it will named as sample datasets.zip. So I already unzipped it, and here is now the data. So for the raster, as I have discussed, this is the Ilagan City old topographic map way back 1993, downloaded from the NAMRIA website. This will be used in georeferencing. So this will be the ungeoreferenced data. Next is the Isabela.png. This is just a Google Earth image of Ilagan City, centering on the Ilagan City Sports Complex. This will be used for digitizing. As you can see, there's a .pgw file accompanying the .png file, because this is a Word file that will serve as a coordinate reference system that will be read by your QGIS. So it means that when you load this Isabela.png file, it will have a correctly georeferenced. It will be correctly placed on top of a base map because it is correctly georeferenced. And a north arrow, lastly, a north arrow for your map composing needs, especially in the layout manager section of this module. For the styles, we have the .qml file. It's just a XML file describing the style that is specifically tailored for the road vectors that are downloaded from OpenStreetMap. Next is the table. We have the .csv, Isabela_Muni.csv, and ro2.xlsx. For Isabela.Muni, we opened it since it's a CSV file, or the comma separated value file. It shows you the fields enumerating the municipies of Isabela, its population, and the Philippine Standard Geographic Code for each municipality or city. The source is the Region 2 PSA census file here if you want to validate it or check it. Next is the vector folder. It shows you the polygons that we will be using. Now, as a quick backgrounder for the difference between vector and raster. When we talk about raster, like this one, the Isabela image, we are referring to an image file that is composed of picture elements. So this is what you see when you take a picture from your smartphone or camera phone or cameras. So it's composed of picture elements, and if we open it with another picture viewer and we will zoom it, you will somehow see the pixelation, wherein since it is composed of pixels representing a certain value. So this is a JPEG image, RGB image, so it has a value on the red, green, and blue bands. So if we open it with another image viewer, GIMP is the image manipulator program, the equivalent of Photoshop in Windows. So if we will, you can see the individual pixels. So each pixels represents or represent a value. Okay. Next is the vector. When we talk about vector, we are talking about the digital representation of a place that could be in a polygon, lines, or points format. In our case, we all have this this one, the highlighted files. All of them are downloaded from OpenStreetMap. So POIS, or places of interests. So these represent points, while the roads represents the line. The towns represent the municipal boundaries of Isabela and waterways. So all of these geographic data are located in Isabela. Now, I am discussing to you what's the meaning of the individual file name. So when we talk about .ddf, first and foremost, we are using the S3 shapefile. It's an open standard for vector layers that are used for geographic information system. So a shapefile is composed of many files. We have the .ddf, PRJ, QPJ, SHP, and SHX. The DDF represents the database file. It contains the attribute table. It contains the spatial data, or it presents the names, the values, or it's the data. It is the non-geographical data. In short, it's the spatial or the non-geographical data in simplest terms. For the .prj and .ppj, these are the system files that connotes the coordinate reference systems. So if ever you load your shapefile without these files, it will result to error because your GIS software will be confused, or since there will be no coordinate reference system. And for the .shp is the main file, since it refers to the geometry of your vector or polygon, points, or lines. Without this, you will not be able to view the shape or the appearance of your geographic data. So this is one of the most important. And the next is that SHX. It is used for system application it's used for systems purposes because it helps in indexing the file. Next one is the March 10, 2020 folder. It means it represents the date where the latest date where it has been edited. So what are its components? Again, this is a shape file for our training data. Our training data is the main file that we will be using or editing for our capstone project. So this is very important to explore and see what are the what are the attributes of this file, because it represents the training data or the land cover that we surveyed from Isabela province. So it also comes in the .zip version. We will also be using this to our coming modules. So PH means Philippines, ISAB, Isabela, LC land cover, PI photo interpretation, and the date. Okay. This was dated in January. I have not bothered to edit it because I am using the folder as the reference date when it has been last or most recent edits are made. Okay, that's all. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact any ESSC member or personnel if you have any questions with regards to this. Thank you all and see you again to our next lectures.